In 2026, 6 women's shoe brands still charge $80 to $250 while quietly swapping leather for bonded materials, closing legacy factories, and selling ownership to private equity. Most buyers have no idea. Steve Madden built its name on affordable style, but by 2024, more than 70% of its shoes for the US market were coming out of China. The company announced plans to cut that share by nearly half, but the core problem for buyers runs deeper than geography. Bond leather, once a budget material for discount brands, now appears in Steve Madden boots and flats that sell for $100 to $150. A material specialist describes bonded leather as leather dust glued to a fiber sheet, a construction that can look and feel convincing on the shelf, but struggles to survive daily wear. Consumer complaints have piled up across Reddit, Trustpilot, and TikTok, with buyers reporting peeling heels and flaking surfaces just 3 or 4 months after purchase. The frustration is clear. Shoppers pay mid-range prices expecting years of use, but end up with boots that delaminate before the next season. The company's own filings reference synthetic leather as a standard component, while over 40% of production is slated for further cuts or relocation. For many, the brand's fashion-first marketing now masks a reality of rapid breakdown and limited repair options, a far cry from the durable image once promised. Cemented construction, a glue-only method, is now the norm, a detail that will matter even more as the story unfolds. Nine West's story took a sharp turn in 2018 when the brand filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and was auctioned off for a reported $340 million. The buyer, Authentic Brands Group, didn't purchase any manufacturing plants or design teams, just the trademark and marketing assets. Overnight, Nine West became a name for hire. Instead of overseeing its own factories, the brand now lives on through a web of license agreements with outside manufacturers. These partners are picked for their ability to deliver volume at a price, not for any deep connection to the original Nine West standards. Authentic Brands Group's business model is simple: collect royalties, let others handle the shoes. The result is a brand that's all label, no legacy. Quality control, once managed by in-house teams, now depends on whatever standards a licensee decides to follow. There's no guarantee that a Nine West shoe today shares anything with the ones that built the brand's reputation. For consumers, the risk is clear, paying for a familiar name, but getting whatever construction and materials the current license holder deems cheapest. The brand's heritage may still show up in ads, but the shoe in the box could come from any number of anonymous factories, with no one at the top checking if it's built to last. Sam Edelman, once known for blending trend-driven style with a promise of comfort, now sits at the center of a different story. The brand's parent company, Caleres, has spent the past several years touting margin improvement in investor presentations, a phrase that, for buyers, translates to cost-saving choices hidden inside the shoe. Gone are the days of leather-lined interiors and stitched soles. Instead, most Sam Edelman flats and boots, priced between $80 and $120, now feature synthetic linings and cemented construction. The switch isn't just a technicality, it's a shortcut with consequences. Synthetic interiors trap heat and moisture, raising the odds of blisters and sore arches, especially for women who spend hours on their feet. Cemented soles, glued rather than stitched, can begin to separate after a single season, a complaint echoed in recent Trustpilot reviews and Zappos Q&As. One reviewer described her shoes splitting open within months, despite gentle use. The comfort branding still dominates ads and packaging, but the reality underfoot is a shoe built to maximize profit, not longevity. With Caleres pooling production across brands, the same factories that churn out Sam Edelman also supply Naturalizer, meaning these shortcuts don't stop at a single label. Naturalizer built its reputation on comfort, but the reality inside the box has shifted. Today, most Naturalizer shoes selling for $80 to $130 come out of the same Vietnamese factories that produce Sam Edelman, both brands owned by Caleres. Company filings confirm that Caleres relies on independently owned manufacturers, with production concentrated in Vietnam and China. While Naturalizer's marketing leans heavily on phrases like comfort technology, the construction underfoot is nearly identical to its sister brand. Cemented soles held together with glue, synthetic linings, and midsoles that compress quickly. Buyers who expect all-day support often report a different story. Online reviews describe cushioned insoles that flatten in under a year and outsoles that wear thin after a single season. In some cases, the midsole begins to collapse within just 8 months of regular use. Despite the comfort promise, the physical weak points repeat across both brands. The overlap in factory sourcing means that the supposed innovation of comfort tech is mostly a matter of branding, while the core construction remains standard, mass-produced, and prone to the same short lifespan. Aldo shoes, with price tags often nudging past $100, present a different kind of durability trap, one hidden deep in the chemistry of the sole. While the uppers might look sharp after a year or two, the real risk sits beneath your feet. Most Aldo models now use polyurethane, or PU, for their outsoles, joined to the rest of the shoe with industrial cement. Polyurethane is the key material. On the surface, PU feels lightweight and cushions every step, but it comes with a built-in expiration date. Chemists call it hydrolysis, a slow, invisible breakdown triggered by humidity and temperature swings. Academic studies on PU cemented soles show that, even in average home closets, the chemical bonds start to weaken within 5 to 7 years, sometimes much sooner in warm, damp climates. The result? Soles that crumble, split, or turn sticky, often with little warning. A TikTok video that racked up thousands of views in 2025 captured a pair of Aldo loafers literally disintegrating after just 6 months in storage. After Trilogy's $1.2 billion buyout in 2021, Aldo ramped up sourcing from Southeast Asia, now at 68%, where PU sole production is standard. For buyers, the danger isn't wear and tear, it's a time bomb built into the material, waiting to go off whether you wear the shoes or not. UGG built its reputation on the promise of real sheepskin comfort, an image that helped justify $180 to $250 price tag on its classic boots. But inside many pairs sold since the early 2020s, the lining tells a different story. Deckers Brands, UGG's parent company, confirmed in its 2024 10K filing that synthetic blend materials now make up a portion of the boot's interior. Australian tanneries, once core suppliers, reported a sharp drop in sheepskin orders, hinting at a quiet transition away from the full natural lining that defined the brand. For buyers, the difference is more than technical. Trustpilot reviews from 2024 and 2025 describe boots that lose their trademark softness after just a few months, with some users saying the plush feel fades by month 3. Yet the marketing still leans on the sheepskin heritage, and the price remains firmly in the luxury bracket. The result is a growing sense of betrayal among longtime fans, paying premium prices for what is, in reality, a synthetic-lined boot that no longer lives up to its original promise. Birkenstock stands apart for one reason: its commitment to shoes built to last. The company traces its roots back to 1774 in Germany, where the cork latex footbed was first developed. This core design hasn't changed much. Each pair relies on a natural cork and latex blend that molds to the foot over time, offering real support and comfort. Most Birkenstock sandals and clogs sell for $100 to $180, putting them squarely in the mid-range, but their reputation comes from durability, not just style. Owners often report footbeds lasting 20 to 30 years with regular use. When a sole finally wears down, Birkenstock's global network of repair shops can replace it, giving the shoe a second or even third life. This repair culture isn't just a marketing story, it's a practical way to keep shoes out of landfills and money in your pocket. For buyers frustrated with disposable footwear, Birkenstock offers a clear alternative. Pay once, repair as needed, and expect true longevity. Viberg's reputation for craftsmanship has been quietly building since 1931 in Victoria, British Columbia. While the brand was long known for its rugged men's boots, the early 2020s saw the launch of a women's line built with the same uncompromising standards. Every pair relies on Goodyear welted construction, a method where the upper, insole, and sole are stitched together by hand, not glued. This detail isn't just for show. It means the entire sole can be removed and replaced again and again without damaging the rest of the shoe. Prices start around $600 and can reach $1,200, but the value lies in longevity. A well-cared-for Viberg boot can be resold endless times, turning a single purchase into a decade-long companion. In a market flooded with disposable fashion, Viberg sets the bar for what real, repairable footwear looks like. Flip any shoe over and look for a line of sturdy cross-stitching running around the edge of the sole. That visible thread isn't just decoration, It's the strongest sign you're holding a shoe built to last. In most cases, cross-stitching means the sole is attached with a welt, allowing a cobbler to replace it again and again. If all you see is a smooth strip of glue with no stitches at all, you're likely looking at cemented construction. Those glue-only seams are common on shoes that last 2 or 3 years, sometimes less. This quick check takes 3 seconds in any store and can save you from buying a pair destined for the trash. The difference is simple. Stitched soles are built for repair, glued ones for replacement. Today, a $150 price tag no longer guarantees honest materials or durability. As more brands cut corners behind familiar logos, every purchase becomes a test of vigilance. The shoes at your door reflect choices made far away, but their value is yours to judge. Trust your eyes, not just the label.